Newsome Noel Christmas IPA.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. Warning, this could be a rant. This is the great Newsome Noel, and it is it's a Christmas IPA. Now, I need to fucking calm down because my blood pressure is going to go through the roof, and I don't know why I get so wound up about this, but needless to say, the term IPA doesn't mean anything anymore. I know I've said it 1,000 times, that's 1,001. And what defines a Christmas IPA, I do not fucking know. But in their favour, this great Newsome Brewery, I did try their Christmas Ruby Ale, and it tasted like a reasonably good best bitter, and I quite enjoyed it. It didn't put me in mind of Christmas, but as a beer on its own strength, it weren't too bad. So I'm hoping that this is just going to be a normal IPA, and they put Christmas on it. And to be fair, they haven't gone over the top. All right, they've called it Newsome Noel, and they put a Christmas tree there, and they called it a Christmas IPA, but it ain't the fucking all the jolly holly crap that some of the breweries have put over their beer. But the term is just meaningless. I mean, that is the ultimate. That's peak IPA. That is Christmas IPA. It doesn't mean anything. IPAs there's no definitive style of IPA anymore. The term is meaningless. You get black IPAs, you get white IPAs, you get traditional English IPAs, which in my opinion are the only true IPAs. You get New England IPAs, you get West Coast IPAs, you get black IPAs, as I just mentioned. You get Belgian IPAs, and you know, anything goes. Anything goes now. You could get, I don't know, quadruple IPAs, which would probably be undrinkable. They'd probably put so much hops in it that it would be, imperial IPAs. Oh God, it really doesn't mean anything, the term. The original IPA for me is the English style IPA, which has got a bit of a biscuit malt base on it, traditional English hops with a little bit of zesty fruit in there, not much, just a little undercurrent. For me, the perfect IPA, off the shelf IPA, is the Bengal Lancer from Fuller's. That's one of my favourite IPAs. Honourable mentions go to the Cheddar Ales IPA and the Ridgeway Brewing IPA, which was quite nice. There's probably a couple more out there, but that's generally what I consider to be true IPAs. Everything else, well, it's just my opinion, but they're not IPAs. They're anything but an IPA. But that's all I'm going to say on the matter. I'm going to leave it there before I fucking put my blood pressure through the roof. So there we go. Right, this is an IPA. I'm going to call it an IPA because effectively that's what it is. There's no such thing as a Christmas IPA. This is from the great Newsome Brewery, based up in Yorkshire. I never thought I'd see a Yorkshire brewer come out with something like that, but they have. And it's basically an IPA that they've brought out around Christmas time. Now, this came from the House of Trembling Madness, and it was in their Christmas case of festive beers. And I have to say, House of Trembling Madness, normally pretty good. They know their beers. That Christmas case, really, I am looking for the diamonds in a massive steaming pile of dog shit there, because there's some beers in there that I really don't like the look of. Now, I shouldn't really do that because that's not fair, because I haven't tried them yet, but there's a Black Sheep Christmas Porter. There is some other. There's a Saltaire white IPA for Christmas. Yeah, you get the picture. I would have thought they'd have done better putting in some Sam Smith stuff. The C84 stuff that I tried yesterday, the Santa's Tipple, that was nice. I did like that. I mean, that was, to me, what a Christmas beer should be. I mean, for fuck's sake, this stuff. I mean, it really is worrying. Anyway, I'm going to stop ranting and raving. Let's get on to the beer. Let's see what it's actually like. Right, this is a 500ml bottle. It is 5%. It is a Christmas IPA. Newsome Noel is a fruity mid-strength IPA, a combination of 4 different hops and with a traditional malt base. They create a simple flavour of spice and fruity zest. Forget the wine. I agree with you there. This is the perfect accompaniment to your Christmas dinner. One thing I have to point out on this is on their website, they say that one of the pet peeves is Christmas beer doesn't really resemble ale. Where the fuck has that come from? The only time I've said this is when crap like this has come out. But I digress. I said I wouldn't rant and rave anymore. But that's why they've brought it out. Why, I don't know. But yeah, they don't give you a brew sheet on this. That's about it really. That is all you are getting. So let's get it open and let's see what this really does taste like. Now they say this is slightly spicy. I did try a beer yesterday. Oh, it was vile. And that was from that Christmas case as well. There's the cap, brass cap. Fuck all to see there. It was just inundated with spice. They got the balance completely wrong. And I ended up pouring it down the sink because I just thought, I am not drinking this. I am not enjoying it. And that went down the sink. I had to open up a bottle of St. Georgenbräu Keller beer, which has Trembling Madness. I ordered that from there. They had it. And that restored my faith. And it also got the taste of that shitty beer out of my mouth. There it is. It does look like an IPA. An English IPA, I will say. And it does smell a little bit promising. For once, there's an aroma on a beer. Now, I don't know if you've watched the last few videos, but I've not been getting much aroma from beers, but this has definitely got an aroma. And it's quite zesty and quite fruity, as they are making claims to. There's quite a strong biscuit malt coming from this as well. It does smell reasonably reasonable, if that is even a term. That is clear as a bell. That has been filtered. One finger and a bit, Whitehead. Yeah, zesty and fruity too. Oh well, let's see what it tastes like. Bottoms up. Not bad. Not bad as IPAs go. It is in the style of an English IPA, which I do like. Let's have another dive in. Yeah, not bad. I mean, it isn't outstanding. It's just a reasonably drinkable IPA. Now, on the scale of things, I'm not going to even mention because it's Christmas or anything like that. I'm just taking this as an English IPA. It's just okay. It's passable. It's doing everything that an English IPA should. There's a little bit of I wouldn't say a nasty flavour, but an odd flavour in that I am getting, and I get it in bad golden ales as well. And I'm sure it's a hop, but I can't really put my finger on and discern which hop's doing it. But I have had it in quite a few beers, usually the light coloured beers. especially English golden ales, and it ain't great. It's reasonably easy drinking. It's got a touch of biscuit malt on the finish, which just counters that very bitter finish that I'm sure this has got if that wasn't there. So it is quite nice. I'm not saying it's a bad beer. There's a little bit of a nasty flavour on that I sometimes find, as I just mentioned with the golden ales, and that's putting me off a little bit. But it certainly isn't the worst beer that I've tried. Not the worst English IPA I've tried either. It doesn't really rank up there with the best IPAs, English IPAs, but it's just okay. I wouldn't go out my way to buy it again. I'm going to drink this. This isn't going down the sink, so that's something at least. But 2 have gone down the sink now from that House of Trembling Madness Christmas case. And it ain't bad. And it's okay. I'm torn between it. There's times I'm drinking it and I'm thinking this ain't great, and that mouthful, it didn't taste too bad. So I'm getting different flavours with each mouthful. And that's not to say it's complex, but it seems there's emphasis on one flavour rather than the other with each mouthful. There's a certain orange zest on the aroma now. Definitely getting that. Not in the flavour though. Not really. But it's okay. I mean, I've drank half a pint of that already. So it can't be that bad. I mean, if you see some of the other reviews of the beers that I've tried recently, some of the bad ones, I won't even get halfway and I'll be pulling faces and saying it's crap. This isn't too bad, but I wouldn't knock myself out trying to buy it again. And I hate saying that about British brewers, but I have to be honest. As for Christmas and all that, yeah, I'm not even going to go there. But what I do like is they've sort of tried to keep in a vaguely English tradition. For fuck's sake, can everyone just stop fucking ringing and texting me for 5 minutes? There you go. There you go. Airplane mode. Fucking a text message from Honest Brew. What do they want? Have I got? I think I've got some money with him. I might get some German Christmas beers in there. Anyway, stop talking to yourself. Yeah, okay. Resembles an English IPA. Not bad. Won't go out my way. Flavours are there, but yeah, it sounds like I'm being harsh, and I think I probably am actually, because it isn't that bad. There is some flavour. Once you get past the halfway stage, I'm starting to pick up more flavours now. A lot more of that orange zest is coming through with that last mouthful. It's definitely a strange beer. Now this is come out the fridge, but it's not cold. I say it's quite chilled, but it's not cold. And I'm getting some quite nice flavours now from this. Yeah, a bit more fruity now. Some nice sweeter fruit, like sweet orange, tangerine, that type of thing. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. So what is the verdict for Great Newsome Noel? Not bad. I like that it's, I wouldn't say complex, but there's different flavours in each mouthful. Some mouthfuls are very uninspiring though, I will say that. The initial mouthful, didn't really think much of. Yeah, there was a bit of an aroma to it, which was quite nice. And I'm only getting them sort of flavours that I was getting on the aroma. I'm only getting them now. Now, I ain't got COVID, My sense of smell is okay as far as I know, and my sense of taste. So that's a bit of a strange one. I think that takes a bit of getting used to. Would I buy it again? No, I probably wouldn't. For the simple fact, the term Christmas IPA just fucking winds me up. And this is a seasonal beer as well, so you wouldn't be able to get it any other time of year, obviously. So I don't think I'll be revisiting this, which is a shame. Now, that's the second one from the Newsome Brewery. And the two beers have been okay-ish, average. I've just remembered the spicy beer I was talking about was from the Ilkley Brewery. Second beer I've had from them, really not good. I had their golden ale before that. That's what they were selling in that hotel up in Yorkshire that we stayed. And that wasn't great. And that Christmas beer they're doing, the Christmas spiced ruby ale, fuck that, forget it. That went down the sink. That was not good at all. But this is the second one, as I say, from the great Newsome Brewery. And it weren't bad. I would say it's nice for one pint. I won't be buying again, no. It's just because there's better IPAs out there. And to be honest, if I was going to buy an IPA, especially for Christmas, I wouldn't be buying this. I'd be buying the Fuller's Bengal Lancer or the Cheddar Ales or the Ridgeway Charger, I think that's called. But yeah, I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. And I think that's a fair mark because it's okay. It's doing what an English IPA should be doing, even though it's a Christmas IPA. And there was a little couple of nasties on the initial few mouthfuls, but it seems to be going down quite nicely now. I mean, fucking hell, I've done all that lot so far. But it's actually getting even nicer now. That is not bad at all. Wow. Talk about going from really not liking it to actually quite liking it. There's loads of aroma coming from it now as well. That ain't bad at all, actually. I'm going to bump that up to 7.5 because that really doesn't taste bad now. But I won't be buying it again because it took that much for me to actually work out that was a nice beer, because I don't know what it was doing, but yeah, once you get past all the bullshit, that ain't a bad beer. So I'm going to give that a 7.5 out of 10. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to recommend it, but if you want to have the bragging rights to say you've drank a Christmas IPA, then crack on. So there you go. And remember, beer is working class champagne.